ogen een wel erg cynisch tintje krijgen. De muziek is onder andere van David Bowie en Roger Waters. En de stemmen van de hoofdpersonages zijn afkomstig van John Mills en Peggy Ashcroft. Over de ongewone stijl en over het ganse opzet een gesprek met de maker Jimmy T. Murakami. What was for you the intention of the film?
There's three reasons basically. One is I wanted the subject matter always appealed to me because of being Japanese and a nuclear bomb, and have relatives who were affected with the bombing of Hiroshima, and I also think that it's very stupid to have the bomb, and I think it's unnecessary, etc. Anyway, everyone sort of knows that. And the other one was because it was such a difficult subject to do, and it was something that was a challenge, you know, and it was that everyone was against the idea about doing that particular subject for an animation because it's normally sort of cartoon animals and little cute little bears and whatever. So, and the third one was because I wanted to do something very, very different in the sense of trying to create something with a limited budget and time to try to make an interesting film with two people in a house, you know, which is difficult enough in live action, but in animation it was almost impossible. So I just said I think it is possible, you know. I think if we treat the backgrounds very much like it has been, like live action, you know.
The instructions that the Blocks family follows, are they indeed taken from official papers?
Oh yes, yes. There was. They've changed it since, but
really?
It's very definitely in the governmental leaflets and pamphlets, you know, and they do have a tendency to contradict the two, you know, the government leaflet and then the local government ones, you know, because they never got the information straight, and that's what motivated Raymond Briggs to write the book, because of the stupidity or the ridiculousness of it. You know.
And the naivete of,
the naivete,
of it all.
Yeah. You know, and this was invented by scientists. I mean, this is something that people who are experts have actually written this book.
Ta-da.
Did you have a particular audience in mind when you were making the movie?
Yes, well, obviously the ones are people who, the young generation. I was really hoping, I mean, there's a lot of conflict between people saying that it's not really for children, but I really made it for children as well. I mean, because they're the new generation. I mean, they're the people who are going to be at an age of voting, and they have to be sort of educated at the beginning, you know. And I would think the adults are quite important, but it's sort of the young generation, you know, because there's so much propaganda that comes from the government that you have to have them become aware again of the bomb or the nuclear, you know, fright, and then have them find out for themselves and read books on it and actually ask questions about what happens if, you know, and what is all this thing of preparing for the war, and what is Reagan trying to do with playing the games about disarmament and with Russia and Thatcher on Reagan's side. I mean, all the politics has a lot to do with it because they're playing with something that it is, you know, very much going to affect the young kid, like my two daughters.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. The fact that those two people in the film are older people adds something to it as well, because they had already experienced the Second World War. No?
That's right. Yeah. And the funny thing about this, that couple was patterned under the Raymond Briggs' parents, and they are exactly like the Blogs, you know, and